hear me what?
Yes, Julie, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Julie, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm Natalie Ramos Vidal. I'm time teacher. For me, it's a pleasure to be here with you. I need that you are very relaxed, okay? And you are very happy in this class, okay? What about you? What is your full name? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Uh, okay. One moment, please. I
Okay,
connect
okay, no problem.
the I connect the audio.
Julie, I don't hear you. I don't hear you, Julie.
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, my name is Julie Marcela Murillo Gudelo. I'm from Líbano, Tolima, but I live in Manizales, Caldas, with my brother, my little brother. He's named Mario, and he's studying in University Caldas. And I'm currently studying the Green Forest language with emphasis in English. Uh, what am I? I'm 25 years old. I only study. I'm not working. I no work. I don't know. I no more.
Hey, Julie, very glad. Julie, in this moment, I'm gonna share some slides to start the class. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is the slide. Can you hear? Can you see the slide?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. Julie, read please the objective.
Teacher, you please I move the yes keys. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Objectives. One. Students will be I don't know.
Able. Able.
Able. Okay. Students will be able to difference between the relative pronoun and the interrogative pronoun.
Continue.
Two. Students will be able
Able.
to able. Students will be able to decline, I don't know,
Decline.
decline, okay. Students will be able to decline the relative pronouns in all of its forms. 3. Students will understand that the reality agrees with its antecedents in
Gen.
and
Gender.
gender, 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 and number, but its case is determined by its tense in the clause.
Tense. Perfect. The object, the topic for the class today is interrogative pronoun and relative pronoun. Okay. Uh,
Okay,
this
teacher.
is the warm up. The warm. Okay. In this conversation, people are John and Sandra. Okay. Uh, we 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 practice. Okay. Or let's practice. In this case, I will be John and you will be Sandra. Okay.
Sandra, okay.
Okay. I start. There's so much stuff in here. Are all these things really ours? I mean, whose very sweet is this? Is it yours or your grandmother's?
Hey, it's mine, and I like it.
And whose clothes are these?
Oh, there's my sister's. She's storing some things here while she's away. The jersey's hers, too. Ugh. Look at this always early. Uh, earlings?
Earrings.
Earlings. She had cheese war state.
But those are yours. I bought them for you.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I guess they're not so bad.
Okay. Pay attention. Look at the picture. What are John and Sandra doing? What's in their closet? What are
Uh,
John and Sandra doing?
uh, they doing to uh, organize the clothes,
Okay,
the closet, they separate the clothes for her, for him, his, and I don't know.
okay. Um, what words are new for you in this conversation?
What, teacher?
What words? What words do you know in this? In what words uh, don't don't you know in this conversation?
In this conversation, I don't know, meet awful, awful,
Awful is
awful.
horrible.
Oh, okay. And what meat bunting sweets?
Es this traje de baño.
Ah, okay.
This is él. He say this expression. Whose bathing suit is this? Is it yours or your grandmother's? Okay. Um, Perfect. Continue. Continue, Julie. Okay, Julie. Circle the correct words. Use the conversation above to help you. Then compare with a partner. Okay. According the above conversation, you do or you will do this activity. Okay. Continue, Julie.
Uh,
What is the correct answer?
uh, whose?
Perfect. Whose?
Whose but I don't say bathing?
Yes.
Okay. Whose bathing suite is this?
Perfect. What is the correct answer?
Is mine.
Perfect. And the other question, the second.
Uh, I think is whose.
Perfect.
Whose earnings are
Iris.
this? Earnings?
Earrings.
Earrings? Earrings?
Do you know what mean earrings?
Aretes?
Okay.
Yeah, teacher. How to say earrings?
Earrings.
Earrings. Earrings. Okay. There's house. A house? No.
Whose?
Whose whose earnings are there? That are they yours? Yours?
A ver. Uh, whose earrings are there? Are
Are
they
they yours?
perfect?
No, they're my sisters. All the jersey is her.
Perfect. And the last, and the
And the
last
last, okay,
sentence.
that's all this I can see well. Is fools
Stuff.
stuff? Stuff belong to us. Yes, is all ours.
Perfect.
There's all our things.
Okay. What's the? I don't understand your answer. Repeat, please.
Okay, yes, is all ours. Ours.
Hours. Uh-huh.
They all our thing.
Ah,
Thing.
okay, okay, okay. Perfect, perfect. Okay. In this moment, in this moment, um, this not, this not. In this moment, um, you you will watch the video, okay, and
Okay.
pay attention. This is the video. The video is about interrogative and relative pronouns. Pay attention because interrogative and relative pronouns are the same. Are the same, but interrogative pronouns have uh, have one function, and relative pronoun has another function. Okay,
Okay, teacher.
pay attention.
Let's talk about interrogative and relative pronouns. Now, we've grouped these together because they're very similar. So if you look at interrogative pronouns, these include who, whom, whose, lots of who words, and then a couple more, which and what. And then if you look at the relative pronouns, these are almost identical. So we have who, whom, whose, pretty much the same, which, and then there's one minor difference here. Instead of what, we have that. And that's the only difference. So what's going on here? Why do we have two categories? Well, they have a different function. And interrogative pronouns have the function of asking questions. Think of an interrogation where you're asking questions and trying to find answers. So if you say, for instance, who did that? That's a question, and we've used who in the interrogative form. There are a couple of other words that seem to fit into this category as well. In fact, they do. And these are whoever and whomever. But these words are fairly rare, so you don't necessarily have to remember these. And the main ones are these five: who, whom, whose, which, and what, which ask questions. So interrogative pronouns are fairly straightforward. Relative ones are a little bit different and a little bit trickier as well. So relative ones relate extra information. Think of them as relating extra information, and they typically introduce a dependent clause. So they introduce a dependent clause. And we'll just give you a quick example here. If we say, Bob, who emailed me, we can keep the sentence going, of course, but we have Bob, there's a noun, and then what who does, what this relative pronoun does, is it refers back to a noun, and then it introduces extra information about that noun. So this extra information, all of this together, is the relative clause. So the relative clause, and a relative clause is a kind of dependent clause. Okay, so we start with our noun, then we introduce some extra information, and we use the relative pronoun to introduce that information. One final observation, there are a few other words that can act in the same way as a relative pronoun. So these are words like what, and when, and where. So these tend to be other parts of speech, but you may see them acting like a relative pronoun. So if we take an example here, let's talk about that time when we went, I don't know, when we went bowling. There we go. When we went bowling. Then in this case, time is our noun. When is acting a bit like a relative pronoun. It refers back to time, and then it introduces this extra information. So we can see the same kind of pattern, even though when is typically an adverb or a conjunction and is not usually included as a relative pronoun. One extra thing to notice here, I said there was only going to be one final thing, but here's one more thing. That is often a relative pronoun, but as we've said in the video on demonstrative pronouns, it can also be a demonstrative pronoun, and in that case it's pointing to something. So this example here is of a demonstrative pronoun, and it refers to time. So which time? That time. There's a kind of pointing going on there. So that's it for interrogative and relative pronouns.
Perfect, Julie. What are the difference between interrogative pronouns and relative pronouns?
Um, the interrogative pronoun is for question and answer.
Perfect.
In the relative pronouns, relatives introduce depend the clause.
Okay. 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 Continue. This is the question for you. You are very well. Okay. With this um, with this slide, uh, you will learn more. Pay attention. Uh, Read about who, or excuse me, listen. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Okay, it's clear. are used to ask questions. Read about who. Eh, wait, wait a minute. Okay, allí.
Yes, better. So, who? For people used as the subject of a verb. For
For
example, who loves pies? Who won yesterday?
okay,
Next, who?
yes.
For people used as the object of a verb or preposition. For example, you saw whom, you went with whom.
Okay, okay.
And the same way when use whom.
Do you understand?
No, whom.
Okay, okay. Eh, pay attention the example. Mira. Tú viste a quién, ¿ya? O sea, está haciendo las veces ya no de sujeto, como en esta oración, sino de pronombre objeto. Tú viste a
Ah,
quién, nosotros fuimos con quién, ¿sí ves?
okay.
O sea, lo vas a encontrar, fíjate que no lo encuentras aquí al principio de la oración, lo estás
No.
encontrando acá. Ok, continue. Whose,
Okay. Whose. For people used for possession.
ok,
Whose is this? Whose one day race?
ok, ok.
That
Fíjate que significan como que lo mismo, quién y
yes,
quién, ¿verdad? Pero
yes.
in this case, whose refer a possession, ¿ya?
Possession.
Possession. ¿De quién es esto? Cuando John le está preguntando a Sandra en la conversación, fíjate que se usa
Mm.
es whose. Ok, continue.
Okay. What? For people used for animals and things.
Ok,
For example, what is that? What do you mean?
do you mean?
Do you mean?
Perfect. What is very easy because we use in in our conversation we use what? What's your name? What do you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
which?
And wish. Wish for people use for people. You said for people, animals and things. Which is smart? Which is faster? Which is heavier?
Okay. What's the difference? What's the difference between what and which?
And in which animation people
Mhm.
and what is only animals and things.
Perfect. Thank you. You are very smart. Okay, Julie, it's your turn. Pay attention. Say, with a partner, write one example with each interrogative pronoun. Share it with your classmates. You can follow the example in the previous slide. Okay, look at this slide and you should choose one interrogative pronouns to do or to write a sentence uh, in the chat. Okay,
Okay, okay.
you choose who, whom, whose, what, which. One, one for you for make a sentence. Okay, I will be waiting for you sentence in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, okay, read your sentence.
Who ate chocolate?
Okay, I love chocolate.
Me too.
Okay, continue. Um, return. Okay, okay. Relative pronouns. Note the relative pronouns are the same. Interrogative pronouns are the same. Who, whose, whom, which. This is the difference. Okay? Use.
uh,
Who replace the subject pronouns I, she, he, we, and they. Example, this is the man who broke the window. Okay? Look at, if you have any question, tell me. Okay? Do you understand who, who as relative pronouns? This is the example.
this is the man who broke the window. Uh, is the for the contest?
Okay, okay, okay. Pay attention in this example, the relative pronouns um, is not in a question. Okay, it's not in a question. It's a complement.
Yes, it's a compliment.
They are, look at, excuse me, they are called relative pronouns because they are related back to something or someone else. They are used to join, para unir. They are used
Yeah, oh,
to join two sentences about the same person or thing. ¿Ya? O sea, con los pronombres relativos se amplía como que la explicación de algo, porque fíjate que allí dice, este es el hombre quien
rompió la ventana.
rompió la ventana. Ok, continue. Continue with this relative.
Who? whose
Mhm.
usage show possession or a relationship.
Okay.
For example, she knew the family whose house we bought.
Uh-huh.
The next, whom.
Mhm.
Replace the object pronouns me, her, him, us, and them. They have found the lady, the lady home.
Le-
Then want to interview.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Which. Clauses that begin with which are almost always not I don't know to say restricted,
Not restrict.
not restrict.
Mhm.
For example, my precious blue lamp, which was in the room, was broken. Mm,
Okay.
okay. The next,
Continue.
that. Clauses that begin with that are almost always restraint clauses. For example, the lamp that was in the room was broken.
Okay. Do you